Hi, Year Twos. I hope you're having a good day. Today, in this video, we're just going to go through some information about how the world has been broken up into different categories, or divisions of the world, as we've got written here. So, divisions of the Earth. So, the Earth can be divided in many ways. Today, we'll learn about the 5 most important divisions in the planet: the equator, Northern Hemisphere, Southern Hemisphere, North Pole, and South Pole. Now, hopefully, you would have heard of some of these, particularly the equator, but we'll learn a bit more about it now. So, the equator is an imaginary line that divides the Earth in half, and it's equal distance between the North and the South Pole, which we will learn about soon. The weather in the equator is hot all year round, and at the equator, day and night are both 12 hours long. So we can't actually see the equator. It's an imaginary line that runs around all the way around the Earth. But we use it to help us describe where places are. All right, and we'll learn about the northern and southern hemispheres in a moment. I wonder if you've been to any countries that are closer to the equator and what the weather was like. So did you know, although the weather is generally hot, there is a mountain on the equator where you can ski. So the weather is quite warm around the equator. And why do you think these places are hot? I wonder if you can have a bit of a think about why you might think that. All right, now the Northern Hemisphere. The part of the Earth in the north of the equator is called the Northern Hemisphere. 80% of the world's population lives in the Northern Hemisphere. 90% of land is in the Northern Hemisphere. The Northern Hemisphere includes all North America, Europe, most of Asia, and Africa. All right, so yeah, America we know a bit about, and Europe, so that's Northern Hemisphere. All right, then if we go into the Southern Hemisphere, that's where we are, where Australia is. So the part of the Earth south of the equator is called the Southern Hemisphere. Only 20% of the world's population lives in the Southern Hemisphere. 90% of the planet's water is in the Southern Hemisphere, and it includes Australia, Antarctica, and most of South America. All right, so we're in the Southern Hemisphere, which is below that imaginary line of the equator. And when it's winter in the Southern Hemisphere, it is summer in the Northern. So right now we're in the middle of winter in the Northern Hemisphere. They're in the middle of summer. So they're having some lovely, beautiful weather. Just a quick one over here. So the North Pole and South Pole. The North Pole is the northernmost point on the Earth. And you would have heard of the North Pole before, no doubt. There is no land at the North Pole, only ice, and the ice is about 3 meters thick. So pretty cold place. And the South Pole is the southernmost on Earth. And the South Pole is actually much colder than the North Pole. So did you know the North Pole, no matter which way you point, you will always face south? Very interesting. So I hope you enjoyed that information, learning just about a bit about how the world is broken up and how we can use that to describe locations. If you need to, pause the video and go back over it. There's definitely information on here that you'll need for the activity you're doing. And have a good day. We'll speak to you soon. Bye.